Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to play some more Knee Deep and Yandere Dane Sim, where we have 3 Yanderes. Our childhood friend, our classmate, and our roommate. Let's begin. So I had to keep this here, because it's so amazing. I just love the animation. Who? Wait, I can do a whole bunch of flickles. Yes. Confirm. Ooh! Wait, no. Click on the blue slots to add subject. History. I like history. F next. Digital art. Anatomy. I have a dream. I don't know who he is, but he's so gentle, covering my face. It's like I'm gonna read it. Wait, no. Anatomy. As he wipes the blood from my lip, he whispers shh and smiles at the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's better this way. Now we will ever hurt, but it's terrifying, but knife. It's how I feel safe. I'm sorry, I butchered it. Wait. FX. Digital art. I'm gonna try again. Anatomy. I have a dream. I don't know who he is, but he's so gentle, covering my face as it wipes my blood from my lip. Shh, he smiles, and the most beautiful thing. It's better this way. No one will hurt you but me. Its terrifying part isn't the knife in his our hand. It's how I feel safe. He twists the blade inside of me.
Hey!
Hey, what?
Hey, are you alright?
My head is splitting open. That's the first thing I feel. A dull, restless ache, throbbing behind my ears. Fragments of a nightmare swirl the fog. The scent of copper, disarrayed voice, and the awful bleeding red text. A face swarms into view above me, sharp, concerned red eyes, missing red hair. He wings over me, his brow furrowed. He took a nasty spell. Wait. Okay, I think his voice should be a little bit better. And more louder there. His voice is a steady anchor in my desertion. But I can't feel his name. I can't place his name. It's right there, just out of reach. He holds up a hand, 3 fingers raised. 3, I'm pretty sure. I blink, trying to focus. 3? Who are you and why are you hovering? 4? No, 5. Did I win? I'm gonna say that.
Ding ding! Golden buzzer. Winning the most dramatic person alive award. What's your name?
Why in, of course, because I'm being lazy. Cheer. You select she, her pronouns.
Okay, good. Not totally concussed. Just incredibly clumsy. Some things never change, huh you?
Nope. I'll trip on my own feet. Milo, his name clicks into place just as he says mine. The barista, my childhood friend. Memories are still jumbled, but the feeling of safety is immediate.
You were just walking, then bam, folded like a lawn chair. Giving a heart attack. What's the last thing you remember?
Well, I try to think, but that comes back as a dream. The words. I just got easy guide here. I have no idea. I had a weird dream. My head hurts. Okay, I have to. Mayo's eyebrows scrunch up, then his smile softens with sympathy. He offers a hand.
Come on, let's get you off the floor.
Miles' grip on my hand is firm, his concern etched in his face. He doesn't let go once I'm standing. I pull my hand back to move it, making the cafe sway well.
Right, that's it. We're going to the clinic. No arguments.
Never! He tries to gently steer me towards the main door as I plant my feet.
I'm walking you to the clinic.
And I say no. I can walk. It's only 10 minutes before your shift ends, and you don't have your own lectures.
Sarah!
He yells over his shoulder to the barista, who's been watching wide-eyed.
Cover for me? Family emergency.
Not even your family. Is everything?
My friend's fine. Probably. I gotta go.
He doesn't wait for answer, already staring me towards the door with a hand on my back.
Ship's covered.
You can't just yell family emergency and ditch your job. Lectures? And lectures.
Cancel. Professor's sick. So, you're stuck with me.
I side-eyed him. That was suspiciously convenient. He probably did it himself. Really, which one?
All of them. Every single professor I have today came down with a sudden, tragic case of not wanting to teach. It's an epidemic.
I'm pretty sure you just don't want to go to class. You're a terrible liar.
And you're a terrible patient. So, we're even.
Now you're patient. I'm not going to the clinic, Milo. Drop it. He studies my face, sees the stubborn still set in my jaw, and finally sighs in defeat, running a hand through his already messy hair.
You are the most infuriating person I know. Fine. I'll walk you to class then.
He crouches down to pick up my scattered books. His movement's brisk but careful. He hands them to me and lets out a short, flustered breath.
You're just like your mom, you know that? Stubborn as hell. She'd absolutely hate that you're refusing medical attention.
Actually, I think they'll just let me walk it off. The comment so sudden and Pacific throws me into a low blow, and he knows it. Wow, bring my mom into this. That's a new low.
Are you honestly surprised?
I saw his ass sprayed. No, I guess not.
She texted me this morning, by the way. Told me, make sure you're eating something that isn't instant noodles.
I like instant noodles.
My mom told me to try not to burn the cafe down. See the difference in parental expectations?
Yeah. He says with a wide grin, taking his sting out of his earlier words. It's a classic Milo mover, pushing a boundary, then immediately smoothing it over with a joke. That's how he's been.
Are you kidding?
They're still texting you? I thought they'd given up on us as a lost cause.
Are you kidding? Our moms live for the weekly how our kids are failing adulthood updates. I'm pretty sure they have a shared calendar tracking our poor life choices.
Probably. We reach the steps by my building. Milo shoves his hands in his pockets, looking up at it.
You good from here? Promise you're not gonna faceplant the second you're out of my sight?
No promises there. I promise. No promises.
Yeah, well, next time you wipe out, I'm just gonna roll you there in a wheelbarrow. See you later.
At least I'll be sitting down. He gives a lazy wave and turns to leave. I slide into the seat near the back of the hall. A seat cracking under my weight. Professor Eleanor hasn't arrived yet, and the room buzzes with low chatter of students. My head still throbs, a dull reminder of my crash landing in the cafe. Needing a distraction, I pull out my phone, thumb hovering over my social media app. My head's still a little foggy. What's my username again? I'm gonna go with Digital Wave. That's my username. A post from a username, Brutal Honesty, is at the top of my feed. The pun makes me roll my eyes, even as I click on it. The comments were something else. If ugly, if someone you cared about was being, I don't know, reckless, self-destructive, and refused to let you help, what would you do? Asking for a friend. Who? No one. Forget I asked. Dude, that's not empirical. That's just Tuesday with you. It's not like that. Just worried. Sounds like you need a need to have a conversation. Sometimes I think the only way to keep her safe is to just lock her up. Honestly, kidding. Mostly. I think it's someone we know. Locked up? That's taken it a bit far now. Then I know something off. Something that makes me have to blink twice. I blink again, trying to focus. The man at the front is Professor Eleanor. He's scribbling complex equations I haven't seen since high school. Astrophysics? And wave of hot embarrassment washes over me. Wrong building, wrong class, entirely wrong hemisphere of campus. Panic ignites my chest. I have to get out. In my haze, I stand. My bag strap catches on the chair leg. I yank it, stumbling forward, and sing the chorus of squeaks and shuffles through the quiet room. Dozens of eyes turn to stare. My face burns as I mumble. Sorry. In a massive flustered energy, I fumble with my phone to pull out the campus map. I'm not looking where I'm going at all. Around the corner, at a half jog, my eyes glued to the screen. And Clyde head on with something solid yet surprisingly soft. A clatter of what sounds like a metal pencil case hitting the floor. A sketchbook goes flying and its pages scattered across the linoleum. We both land in a heap. I'm sprawled half on top of him. My phone's skidding away. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so late. I wasn't looking. I push myself up, my words dying in my throat as I finally see the person I've torpedoed. He's a boy with a cloud of messy, fluffy blonde hair and the wildest, most startled eyes I've ever seen, manifest slightly by a pair of crooked, round glasses. This looks like a shoujo anime scene.
No, it's my fault. I was just standing here. I mean, not just standing. I was walking, but I should have. Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
He's talking a mile a minute, his own words tumbling over each other. Oh, I do that all the time. He pushes his glasses back up his nose, and a look of pure horror draws on his features as he registers to see a paper around us. He scrambles to his knees, the movement endearingly clumsy as he begins frantically gathering the loose pages. He's oddly protective of them, shielding them from view, and trying to smooth out their corners with trembling fingers. Hey, let me help you. I reach for a paper near my knee, a beautifully drawn study of a tree, but he practically launches himself across the floor to get it first.
No, please, it's fine. I've got it. Really, they're just a mess. A total mess.
Hey, you're probably definitely a lot better versed than me. The panic is so gentle and intense. It's mostly funny. I hold up my hands and slender. Okay, I give up. It's probably all pictures of us. I give him a small, apologetic smile, and for a second, he freezes, just staring at me. The pink of his cheeks deepens to a proper blush. He quickly looks down, muttering something. Excuse me? You're not bad yourself.
Thank you.
My own heart does a little flip. I gather my own things. My mind still racing about being late. In my rush, I scoop up a few stray papers near my feet, assuming they were my own printouts, and shove them haphazardly into my own bag without a second glance. I'm really sorry again. I hope your drawings are okay.
It's really no trouble, truly. Are you sure you're alright?
He knelt, holding his massive sketchbook in his chest like a shield, his eyes full of genuine concern, even though I'm the one who paddled him over. I'm fine. Just wait. Bye. I give him a final rushed wave and take off running down the hall. The image of his blushing, flustered face stuck in my mind. I burst through the doors of the correct lecture hall, breathless and feeling like I just ran a marathon. Professor Eleanor is already at the podium, her sharp eyes pinning me to the spot as I sink into the nearest empty seat, my heart hammering in frantic rhythm against my ribs. I try to slow my breathing and blend into the floor and risk a glance from the room. There, 3 rows ahead, is a boy from the hallway.
Okay, I ran before him. How did he get here before me? Does he have teleportation?
The fluffy blonde hair is unmistakable, as if he could feel my gaze. His head snapped open up. His wide blue eyes scan the room behind his rounded glasses before they land directly on me. He's here. Of course he's here. This is the art building. It was really just bulldozed an art student on my way to art class. Or in digital art. I sink a little lower in my chair, wishing I could disappear. Professor Eleanor's voice cuts through my mollification.
For today's practical, you will pair up you and Rylee.
My stomach drops. Rylee. So that's his name. Across the room, Rylee's head pops up from behind his canvas. He looks less surprised and more like a man who just been handed his own death sentence. He offers Professor Eleanor a weak, nervous smile before gathering his things. He settles into a seat next to me, a little breathless. He carefully avoids my eyes, focusing instead of arranging his pencils with intense concentration.
Hello again. It's a surprisingly small campus.
Oh, it's a small world. His voice is soft, but the nervous tremor is gone. Seems like it. I'm really sorry about what happened before. I was seriously lost. His eyes flicker up to mine for a moment before darting away, a shy, grateful smile touching his lips.
It's quite alright. It was certainly a memorable way to start the day.
It's like, also me. If we end up in physics, we'll be across the campus where I went to school. From the, I think, art. He peeks at me again, a faint blush returning to his cheeks.
I'm Rylee.
I gathered I'm YN. YN, he repeats, the name sounding thoughtful on his tongue. He nods, a small, Joan smile playing on his lips. How did you get here? Faster than me.
You took the long way here. I thought that you'd know that the campuses are connected since it's already your second week here.
Yeah, I have bad directional skills. Oh. Professor Eleanor's voice cuts through our introduction.
Your project as a pair is to capture your partner's essence. Not just their face, but a sense of who they are. You will each create a piece, and you have 1 week. Use this time to talk, to observe.
The professor explains assignment in more details as the class takes notes. We are To capture not only just our partner's face, but who they are as a person. To try and capture what lies beneath the surface. Rylee's eyes widen slightly at the assignment. A flicker of excitement crosses his face.
So, how should we approach this? Would you prefer to draw first, or shall I? I'm flexible.
You're a better artist than me. I can do stick figures. We should take turns. Maybe we can meet up in a few days after we, actually introduce ourselves properly. If that watches over his face is parable.
That's a perfect idea. Much more logical.
He takes a visible breath, straining his glasses.
Proper introductions then. I'm Rylee, first year. Fine arts major with the sculpture focus, though I draw constantly.
Ryan, first year, also fine arts.
No, I am information.
I had a feeling. Your style has an artistic feel to it. And I've seen you around, actually. You often read under the big oak tree near the Humanities Building, the west side, where the afternoon light's particularly good.
Oh, you've been stalking us. He says it all smoothly, but telltale pink creeps up his neck, betraying his calm delivery.
I notice light and compositions. It's a habit.
You're very observant of me.
It has its uses.
Stalking.
For our project, we could meet at the campus cafe in a few days. The light is decent and the coffee is passable. Unless you prefer another location. I'm open to suggestions.
The cafe sounds perfect. The bright, beaming smile he gives me is worth all the earlier chaos. It's pure and unguarded.
Excellent. It's a plan then.
He pulls out his phone, his movement now sure and steady.
May I have your number? To coordinate.
I know how to give it to him. He types it carefully, his thumb hovering over the save button.
And sent.
A moment later, my phone buzzes softly. A new text from an unknown number pops up. Rylee. Hey, this is Rylee. I can't but smile as I save the contact. I'll see you later then? So soon? Okay, bye.
What do we right there?
We walk home in quiet. The walk home is quiet. My head finally feels clear. When my phone lights up, no one too many times.
Annoying tall guy.
Are you alright? Seriously, I'm worried. You collapsed on me just this morning. Your childhood friend will grow up just to ignore you. Ugh. I saw you in diapers. You cannot do this to me. Hey! Text him back. I'm dead already. Too late.
I'm fine. Chill out. I don't know. I just have a headache. Can we talk about the diaper part?
I may have forgotten all about it since I was 2 years old too, but I'm sure it is not. A phone call came my way. I'll say from no other than Milo himself. They're clearly picking up. Hello. There's a sharp intake of breath on their end, followed by a voice I know too well.
How do you feel?
Annoyed. Alive? Fake a cough. You worry too much. I'm fine, Milo. Alive? A sigh of relief. Sigh of dramatic relief. He switches to lighter tone.
Okay. So you're not ghosting me from beyond the grave. Good to know.
Or sure, I might be pulling your leg and be dead. And have this Casper right here.
For the record, my sources say you made it to class.
Still wondering what sources you have.
And apparently caused a scene in the hallway that involved tackling some poor, unsuspecting art student. You really can't go 5 minutes without causing chaos, can you?
No, but I got their love interest.
I can practically hear the grin in his voice. Milo Green.
I'm Milo Green when you're mad at me, and low when you like me.
There's a pause. I hear the faint hum of a espresso machine on his end. Someone calling an order in the background. Then his voice drops a little softer.
Hey, I thought you were already off. You're gonna be off.
I told you, yeah, just tired.
Head still hurting?
A bit. It's fine, though I'm walking home.
Alone?
Yeah.
Nope, absolutely not. Stay where you are. I'll come walk you.
Milo, no, you're at work.
Just over in 5 minutes. I can make it there in 10.
Sir, I literally thought you just said that, you were off 5 minutes in the morning.
By running through traffic?
That's what it takes.
The silence that follows is intense enough to make my chest tighten. I could hear the faint scraps of his hand through the phone, like he's running it through his hair.
Look, humor me, alright? Just let me walk you home. You passed out earlier.
I'll be fine. It's a 5-minute walk.
That's 5 minutes too many for you to trip over another artist.
Yeah, if I might get in there a little bit just... You're never letting that go, are you?
Not a chance.
He sighs again, a long and weary exhale that sounds like he's conceding. But I know that tone. It's the one he uses right before finding a loophole.
Okay, fine. I'll stay on the phone until you're home.
You're kidding.
Step 1 of remote escort duty. Now start walking. Because I can tell you've been in one place this whole time.
Are you stalking me or just psychic now? Or both?
I just know how you are. You're probably hovering near the park fountain, pretending to move, but really arguing with me.
Scarily accurate.
Told you. Now walk.
I roll my eyes, but I start moving anyway. My phone pressed to my ear. The evening air feels cool against my skin as the street lamps flicker on one by one. Mal keeps up a steady steam of commentary, half teasing, half concern.
You should really get that headache checked.
Drink
water.
Doing it.
Lie if you want. But I'll know.
I'm doing it right now. Goes to the fountain and start drinking it from there. By the time I reach my apartment door, my head's pounding a little less. Okay, I'm home. Mission complete.
See? Wasn't that so hard?
Unlock the door, flickering on the light. I don't see a pair of shoes. My roommate's probably not there yet. Here yet. I'm inside.
Good. Lock the door, okay?
Milo.
Just do it.
I roll my eyes again, but churn it the lock.
There. Now I can stop worrying for like 5 minutes.
You worry too much.
Yeah. I know. Night, you. Text me if your head gets worse.
Good night, Milo. He doesn't hang up right away. I can hear his quiet breathing for a few seconds longer before the line clicks. I run as fast as possible to my room to be greeted by a wonderful thing that would never leave my side to betray me, my bed. Finally home. The quiet stretches for a moment before I decide what to do next. Scroll through social media. I really deserve a rest. 10 minutes won't hurt. I flop on my bed, promising myself that I won't spend too much time on it. I turn my phone and click on the first app I see. Then I proceed to scroll mindlessly for multiple cat views, much to my heart's content. I get startled by the sound of the front door clicking shut. The room was dark. The lamplight is pale blue from the street lights flickering through the window. I fumble for my phone. 7:03 p.m. A heavy tread, familiar deliberate, moves through the living room. It's Anthony, my roommate. And Anthony, I moved into these dorms 2 weeks ago. When the semester started, and Anthony was just already here. He's a man of few words, mostly communicating in grunts and hmms, but he's a surprisingly good listener. When I ramble about my day. Milo, after one brief assessing meeting, and just shrugged and said he seemed sullen, quiet, which for Milo was a glowing endorsement.
It's like another Yandere. You gotta protect her, right?
He usually comes back at odd hours. I know almost nothing about him, including what major he even takes or what he does when I'm at school. I shuffle out of my room, fumbling to sleep in my eyes. Anthony is standing by the kitchen counter. His long hair is tied back and intricate sleeves of the tattoos on his arms are in full display. He looks tired. You okay? He glances over, expression neutral. Rough day? He gives a short, non-committal grunt, but looks at me clearly, as though waiting for me to tell him about my day. Well, my day was a mess. Passed out at the cafe. Male freaked out, and I literally crashed into some art stunt. It's been a day. He listens, a faint hint of smile touching his lips as I describe tackling Rylee. It was more of a ratchet than most people got.
Sounds.
Yeah. You have no idea, anyway. I'm gonna try to be productive. Do some laundry. He nods, turning to grab a water from the fridge. Yeah. I head to the small laundry basket in the corner of the living room, mostly gathering my own rumpled clothes from the day. On autopilot, I scoop up Antony's small pile from besides it. A couple of dark shirts and his jeans. What is that? The jeans are dark, but the staining of them are darker. Thick, rusty brown smears of flake at the edges. One of the shirts has a large damp patch on it. It's deep, unmistakable crimson that stands out from against the black cotton. Blood, a lot of it. My sleep idle brain short circuits for a second. I stare at the clothes in my hands, then back towards the kitchen. Antony is laying against the counter, sipping his water, looking perfectly calm. Antony? He looks over. I hold up the bloody jeans. Did you get into a fight? His face flickers with emotion, but it happens so quickly that I'm not able to identify what it is. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Occupational hazard.
Right. What's your occupation again?
Don't worry about it. It's just work.
What kind of job coats you in blood?
Well, probably a surgeon.
Are you a surgeon? What kind of... You're a terrible liar.
Believe what you want.
What do you do then, if this is from work?
Butcher shop. Messy day.
He says it evenly, but there's a finality in his tone that feels like a closed door. He takes the rest of his clothes from me.
I'll handle mine. Don't want to ruin your stuff.
He turns to start pre-treating the stains on the sink at the sink. Quite focus. His back to me. The conversation's clearly over. Still, there's a lot of blood. Right. Okay, just be careful, right? He glances back over his shoulder. And for a split second, I see something unreadable in his eyes before it's gone.
Always am.
Butcher shops use aprons and gear. Why is his personal clothes soaked? Wait, I should ask him more questions. I mean, they have what looks like lab coats for where I work. So what's your major?
Suddenly. Odd timing.
You never said.
You never asked. I study with Eleanor, a professor, Eleanor.
In art? I do too. I've never seen you, though.
Oh?
He looks uncomfortable, avoiding my gaze.
She one-on-ones me, teaching me literature since we don't have a course here on that.
Wait, we don't? Is she a... Does she know about your nightly activities? I thought we had one.
Greek literature. Tragedies.
I allow a short laugh, shaking my head. Fine, I'm done. He gets a satisfied nod, turning back to scrub the stains in the sink. The water runs pink. I quickly separate my own clothes. The bright whites and pastels are straight contrast as dark, bloody fabrics, and shove them into the machine. The rest of the evening passes quietly. Anthony retreats to his room, and I do too. It's way too late. 11:18 p.m. I should sleep, but there's no classes tomorrow. I mean, like, I could just stay up the whole night. Stay up. I must have fallen asleep at some point, but I still feel dead inside. My phone lies discarded on the bed next to me. On the bright side, I reply to all my texts, scroll on TikTok for hours, and read fanfic for a few more. Yay! What else is there to do? There's no classes today. Yet I don't feel like getting out of bed quite yet.
Oh, I see a little... It's Chopper. Is that Chopper?
Just then my phone lights up in intense and bright red. What the heck? My heart starts pounding. I pick up the device like it's a bomb, which is very well could be with the way it's glowing. As if waiting for me, the screen grows and begins to fade when I pick it up. No longer binding. I read the words that appear. Welcome, are you ready to play a game? It's bold, with a dark background and blood red letters that force me to blink in order to adjust my vision. A game? What's this? What? Some kind of virus? I don't remember clicking on any suspicious links. Tap the screen. Nothing happens. There's no X to click on. No escape from the garnished graphics on display. Okay, now I'm starting to freak out. The first wave of text fades, only to be replaced with more. You have been chosen. This is your opportunity of a lifetime. All you have to do is agree to my terms of service. What do you say?
Yes, even though I don't know what the terms are. Because why not?
Good? What's good about this?
Well, I just clicked without reading.
At this rate, I start to consider the fact that I might need a new phone. I've never seen a virus so impossible to get rid of.
Well, we just clicked yes to read to whatever it was.
All I can do is click through the prompts and hope that they'll stop, or at least let me exit whatever program is causing it. See you again soon. My phone shuts off. When I power it back on, everything's normal. I check all of my apps, my pictures, my settings, all normal. Exhale slowly, feeling a mix of relief and curiosity. What the heck even was that? I shake my head, trying to loosen the creepy feeling of unease building up in my chest. Whatever, it's gone now. I guess that's as good as a sign to get out of bed. What to do next? Check my phone. The Brutal Honesty account. Open my app and navigate the Brutal Honesty account, scrolling through the most recent post. My favorite piece of art is looking a little smug today. Someone should really teach those other brushes to keep their distance. I saw my person talking to another artist today. The conversation was all wrong. The frame was all wrong. Something you just have to cope. The distraction yourself. Okay, I know it's someone we know. Someone took a nasty spill. If I find out who left the obstacle in their path, I'm going to have a very serious conversation about workplace safety.
Well, I think Milo, Milo, I think we need to take away your phone and your computer.
I stopped scrolling, a cold feeling setting my stomach. I keep going for a back. Fed the neighbor's yapping dog a special treat. The silence is much more melodic. There's a particular kind of high you get from watching something be awful bleak. A pity most people are too fragile to appreciate the art and the collapse. The city's pigeon population's getting out of hand. Start a new hobby. Pest control with pellet gun. It's all about precision.
Yeah, I think Milo is a little bit psychotic.
Sometimes I put out food waste with antifreeze just to see which stray cat is the smartest. Spore, none of them are.
Okay, Milo needs help.
The account has so many followers, and for what? People are replying to the post, and acting similar to brutal honesty. Maybe even looking up to him. An odd feeling fills my stomach. I think my odd feeling is I know it's Milo. Clean my bag. Oh gosh, the heckle is that is my bag. It's Crabboy. Messy. Random papers and scissors thrown everywhere. As I dig for my bag, I notice a stack of papers that doesn't feel like mine. What the? I hold it up to me to meet my eye. I pick one up. It's beautifully detailed study of a tree, and there's a sketch of a hand. The memory flashes back to yesterday, crashing into Rylee in the hall. The beautiful flustered snowstorm of his pages. I'm skipping up my things, frantic, embarrassed, rush. Oh no, I took his drawings! And I even ripped one! And I think I ripped one. Let's put the ripped pages back together. Oh, it's a puzzle!
Oh, we're gonna see it's us.
I stare at the repaired drawing in my hand. It's me? Oh my god! I thought yesterday was our first meeting. You must be taking portraits of people around the campus. I don't see anyone else but me. Wow, how? Flattering. Just then, his front door clicks open. Heavy, familiar footsteps, and Tony's back. I strutted out of my room, the stretching pose still fresh in my mind. He's standing by the kitchen counter, his gaze immediately landing on the full, untouched plate of food he left for me this morning.
You didn't eat.
It's not a question, his voice is flat, but I could hear the edge of disapproval. I got distracted, I haven't eaten yet. He glanced at the clock, on the microwave. It's 12:47 p.m. His eyes narrow slightly.
It's almost 1. Your body needs fuel, not just whatever that is on your phone.
Hides my fanfics.
He doesn't wait for an answer. He walks to the fridge, pulls out ingredients, and starts moving around our small kitchen with a quiet practice efficiency. The silence stretches, filled only by the sizzle of butter in the pan and the rhythmic chop of a knife. 10 minutes later, he slides a plate in front of me at the small table, a perfectly cooked omelet and a slice of toast. Then he puts down an identical plate for himself and sits across from me. Thanks, Antony shrugs and tucks into his own meal without another word. I take a bite. It's delicious, fluffy, and perfectly seasoned. This is really good. Where'd you learn to cook like this? He doesn't look up from his plate.
Necessity.
He barely raises a beat. He motions to my plate, and the food's still left on it.
It's gonna get cold.
We eat in silence for another minute.
Sorry.
Sorry, just thinking how handsome you are.
Don't hurt yourself.
Never. Oh, I like the little references. A beat of silence. Then I see the faintest, almost impeccable twitch at the corner of his mouth. Was that a joke from him? Just as I was about to take another bite, my phone vibrates on the table. I know no number. I hesitate, then swipe to answer. Hello? A young man's voice, bright and slightly frantic, burst from the speaker. Hi. Yeah, finally, look. I've been waiting for over a week. Where is it? The tracking number is useless. I think you have the wrong number. No, this is the contract for Sparkle Maid service, right? I ordered the deluxe package, black lace trim, very specific instructions. A Sparkle Maid? No, this is my personal number. You got the wrong person. I don't own a maid outfit, and I definitely don't sell them. There's a pause on their end. Wait, seriously? My bad. The website was sketchy anyway. Sorry to bother you. In the background, Anthony, having finished his food, stands up and takes his plate to the sink.
Want some tea?
His low, mumbling voice is unmistakable, even from a few feet away. There's a sharp intake of breath on the other end of the line. No way. Was that Tony? My blood runs cold. Tony? Nobody calls Anthony that. Who is this? Is this YN from Pebblestone? The one who face planted on the cafe and face planted in the cafe and then tackled Rylee? My face drops. How did he know all that? How do you... Small campus, and Tony's voice is pretty memorable. Look, this is too perfect. I'm Cal. We got like 3 mutual friends. Well, Tony, his favorite computer science major, says hi. I look at Anthony, who's now leaning against the counter, arms crossed, watch me with a deeply amused expression. He clearly heard his name. He says he's Cal, your favorite computer science major. Antonio's expression darkens. He lets out a short, wary sigh that speaks volumes. Okay. I heard that rude. Don't hang up, Lion. This is way better than connection. This is a way better connection than a maid outfit. We should totally hang out. You mean hang up? Click. I caught between confusion and laughter. This is the weirdest wrong number call I've ever had. No, it's not the weirdest I've had. Lady thought kept calling my number, thinking her asked me who I was. Got the wrong number, probably. And then probably got convinced that her civic editor was cheating, and asked me why I had his number. Who? What? I didn't call anyone, and she just frantically gave the wrong number. I just turned off the phone. Stick with me. It won't be the last. See you around, Lion, and tell Tony I expect my damn maid outfit. The line goes dead, and I left staring at my phone than Anthony, who looks like he just been into lemon. I didn't know you were into those kind of things. How scandalous! His face sours even more, like he just bit into his second lemon. Anthony definitely ignores my comments. Instead, motions in my direction. Not motioning in my direction. I left to tidy up all the plates while Anthony indignantly watches them. Not a single complaint crosses over. Even though he cooked the dishes as well. Just like putting the last plate in the drying rack, my phone buzzes in my pocket, then buzzes again and again. By the way, it's Cal. Saved your number, just so you know. So tell Tony the black lace is non-negotiable. So you and Tony roommates, huh? That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I'm definitely blocking Cal here. Anyway, you seem fun. We should definitely hang out. I know all the good spots on campus and all the gossip. Just saying. I can't but laugh, shaking my head. Your friend Cal was persistent. Antoine doesn't even turn from the sink, but shoulders tense slightly. I could take a guess and say I could see that. I retreat to my room for a rest of the afternoon, letting the weird energy of the day settle. I scroll through my phone. Again, half-heartedly attempt to read for class, and eventually just end up watching videos. A few hours later, Antoine wordlessly leaves a container of leftover pasta and a fork outside my door. No note, just a quiet tap to let me know it's there. I eat at my desk. The food's simple but good. The text from Cal is still open on my screen, a bizarre, cheerful punctuation mark in a day that has started with such dark thoughts. As I turn off the light, my phone lights up one last time. Ding, ding, ding. Really? In the middle of the night? I groan and sink deeper into the pillow. My back protest, with a dull H, serves me right for skipping lectures all week. Mom would have a field day if she saw me like this. It's like, wait, did I skip lectures for a week and this is the second week? Damn. The noise goes off again. My app even sounds like that. I haven't downloaded anything weird recently anyway. Well, we did have the, virus. Wait, it's just an email? I squint at the bright red glow from the screen. Not again. No, I'm just going to ignore it. It's just an email this time anyways. Just gave me Persona 5 vibes. I toss my phone onto the bedside table and roll over. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, come on. I sit up and my hair sticking in all directions, glaring at the screen like it personally insulted me. My inbox flashes with unread mail until one line catches my eye. The game has begun. It's on afoot. I blink, then read again. The words don't disappear. The email reads: Subject congratulations. You've been chosen to participate in a fun new game. You have many secret admirers. Lucky you. And because you're so graciously accepted the terms of service, which we didn't even read it, now you will be bestowed with power, aka a highly sophisticated fetching tracker that was installed onto your smartphone the moment you opened the email. You're welcome. Power, HeartEcho. The ability to sense who loves you so deeply that they'll commit RP for your sake. Also includes a short profile of your target. You are the one I've been waiting for. If you have any questions, you may not call me. Mysterious like that. Yeah, sure, totally legit. I roll my eyes and scroll down. It looks ridiculous, yet the one line echoes in my head. And because you're so graciously stepped into the terms of service, even though we didn't read it. Now you'll be bestowed with power, aka a highly sophisticated fetching tracker that was installed onto your smartphone the moment you opened the email. Wait, what? Oh, no. Tell me it didn't just...
It's like, yeah, we got a virus.
I flopped onto the home screen, and there is a deep red icon, glowing like it owns the place. HeartEcho. I shouldn't open it. I really shouldn't open it. I still open it. Curiosity wins. The app opens. Welcome. Thanks for your precipitation. Welcome. Thanks for your Thank you for participating. Below is a list of those who would commit RIP for your sake. Rank from most assessed to relatively sane. Milo Green. Rylee. Sinclair. We already know, Rylee. We already know Milo is definitely the most assessed because he is, he's literally doing it his own his incel post. So Milo Green, Rylee Sinclair, unknown, and Tony Hayes. The legal disclaimer: HeartEcho is not responsible for crimes of passion committed in your honor. By using this app, you assume full responsibility for all outcomes. P.S. For the sake of your own safety, HeartEcho advises that the existence of this application remains a secret, or else who knows what might happen. Good luck. Milo, it's so Milo. He probably is behind this prank. Has to be. Or maybe Rylee, her mom. No, that's insane. And Rylee just... We just met him. Like yesterday. I rub my temple. Though he's obsessed with us because he's been stalking us for a week. I rub my temple, my brain spilling. You got to be kidding me. Who even is unknown? Why is Anthony on the list? And the last of all people, and Milo, does that mean he actually...
Yeah, he's assessed. He's a Yandere.
Nope, not think about that.
It's like, I'm sure it's just a rabbit prank, right? Someone clearly has too much time on their hands.
Nope, not thinking about this. I flopped back on the bed, face buried in fleshies, heartbeat loud in my ears. Whatever I did in the past life, it must have been something serious. Sleep finally wins, pulling me under before I could spiral into conspiracy territory. Pancakes. I mumbled, like setting up in my bed. Oh, what time is it? I reached for my phone, blinking slowly, as my eyes readjust to the sunlight sleeping from my blinds. Wyan, wake up.
Wake up. You're late for class. I think. I made you pancakes.
Ah, he's a sweetheart. He yells out from the kitchen. I slap myself awake and run over, witnessing Antony. He sits down to eat. I sit across from him to have breakfast as well, just like we've done for quite a while. I've taken a few of the pancakes that stand right in front of me. The maple syrup making pancakes shine as they were for a commercial. My hands leap into dig into the food. Frick, I'm starting to drool. I need to act fast. My fork stabs the soft golden brown pile, taking a huge chunk out of it. I chew slowly, making sure to savor every last piece of it. I sit back up at Antony, who's patiently nibbles on his food. So good. Last night's memories suddenly flooded in my mind, flood my brain. I have confirmed that whatever happened last night was indeed true. I'm determined to do anything necessary to prove it. Hey, Antony, let's say I hypothetically got hurt. What would you do? Antony pauses mid-bite, his fork covered in air. His dark eyes shoot up to meet my unnerving gaze. His expression is almost unreadable for a couple of seconds. Kill a person? To my own surprise, he just smiles, The corner of his mouth twitches at my words. Is he enjoying this?
It depends. What are you talking about? Let me think. Physical, emotional.
Both. Something.
Someone saying your outfit's fugly.
My shoulders tense up at my response. I slowly chuckle, trying to play off what I said as a joke. Oh, you know, silly questions.
I don't like violence, but if it happened, I'd make sure they regret it.
Aw.
I'm sure it'll never happen, though. Right.
Well, I trip all the time.
I see the room slowly close in on me. Breathing becomes more of a struggle as the seconds pass. I feel the air running out of my lungs as if I were choking. I manage to cough out as an anxious chuckle, my fingers gripping the tablecloth. It's good to know I've got someone by my side. Good thing no one's after me then, huh? You're serious, aren't you? It's a good thing I know I got someone by my side.
Don't worry about it, Yo. Is anyone giving you problems?
Nope. No, nothing like that, Donnie. Later that morning, I meet up with Rylee in the art studio. The sunlight flitters through the tall windows, bathing the room in soft light. You know, he's already there, sketching on a large canvas. His glowing eyes catches the light, giving him an almost infrared glow. I pause for a moment, considering him and the sketch I saw, and think about how it was probably nothing concerning, and how if I'm wrong, then acting coldly towards him will only make things worse.
Hey, you made it.
He doesn't look up, a small smile playing on his lips. I set my bag down, suddenly nervous. Yeah, sorry I'm late. Rylee looks up, then, his sharp green eyes locking onto mine.
You're not late. I just like being nervous.
He gestures to the seat beside him, and I hesitate before sitting.
So, I'm guessing you haven't had time to think much about our project yet.
Oh, no. I have sort of, just not a lot. He smiles, soft and inviting.
That's why there's two of us, right?
We work in silence for a while, but I can't stop sneaking glances at him. He looks so focused and so confident in what he's doing. I, on the other hand, feel completely out of my depth. After a while, Rylee breaks the silence.
You okay? You seem distracted.
I nod absently. We spend the rest of the afternoon searching symbolism in flowers, and Rylee's enthusiasm is contagious. He has a way of looking at art that makes even the simplest details feel profound. You know, he reminds me of this flower. He blinks.
What?
I shrug, a soft smile on my lips, strong, vibrant, and hard to ignore. His cheeks heat up, and he quickly looks away.
You really think so?
I do. My voice is quiet but stern. When the session finally ends, Rylee reaches into his bag and pulls out a small notebook.
Here, take this. It's got some notes and sketches I made for a project. Maybe it'll help if you get stuck.
I just thought of something. Because it's supposed to be about us. He's going to have a perfect picture because he's been stalking us.
I'm about to turn and leave when a voice cuts through the hallway. Well, look who it is. The man, the myth, the myth. Okay, this is Cal, and I'm pretty sure Cal was unknown. A guy with a sharp, knowing smirk leans against the wall opposite to the door.
What are you doing here?
What? I can't wait. I can't visit my favorite artist until he hates me too much to hang out, and Milo's been hovering around Wyan here like a practically anxious sock. Figured I'll ambush the one friend I have left. His eyes, full of playful curiosity, land squarely on me. And you must be Wyan, Rylee's new project partner. He says the last two words with teasing wit that makes Rylee blush. Don't look so startled. Your reputation precedes you. I'm Cal. We sort of met over the phone. The wrong number call. The maid outfit. All clicks into place. Right, the deluxe package. See, you remember. Anyway, I won't keep you. Just wanted to finally put a face to the name. See you around, Ryan. With a final sweep, he rushes off the wall and starts down the hall, leaving a slightly flustered silence in his wake.
Sorry about him. He's, a lot.
It's okay, he seems interesting. Yeah, interesting. That's the nicest way I could put it. The day passes on board, my class is offering a little distraction from the chaos spilling in my head. By the time class is in, I'm exhausted, but still restless. My phone buzzes with a call from Milo. Hurley, I pick it up.
Fuck again? You seem off lately.
Just because I didn't meet ya. Sure, usual spot. Under the soft glow of the streetlights, Milo was already waiting on the bench when I arrived. He has a cup of coffee in one hand and his usual lopsided grin on his face. You look like...
you haven't slept.
I have slept. His tone's teasing, but his eyes are full of concern. Thanks, just what I needed to hear. He chuckles, but the humor quickly fades. Seriously,
Seriously, you. What's going on? You've been distant.
I'm distracted. I glance at him, my heart sinking. Milo has always been able to read me too well, and now with the app's results fresh in my mind, I can feel like I'm walking a tightrope. And how am I supposed to act normal when he's literally ranked at the top of the list of people willing to kill for me? I've just been stressed about school. You know how it is.
As long as you're sure.
I am. The silence that follows is the most comfortable, save for the nagging thought in my head, filling it out. Milo, do you think it's weird to, I don't know, do extreme things for someone you care about? He brows forward.
What kind of extreme things?
Going stabby on people. Okay.
What kind of extreme things are we talking about?
Stabby.
I hesitate. Like fighting for them, protecting them, that sort of thing. And going stabby. My whole expression softens and he leans forward, resting his eyebrows in his knees.
I think if you care about someone enough, you do whatever it takes to keep them safe. It's not weird. That's just love.
The word hangs in the air between us, heavy unspoken for so long that it almost feels foreign. My chest tightens and I look away, staring at the darkened trees. Right, love. Miles strands, his gaze still fixed on me.
You. Is there something you're not telling me?
No, nothing. I sigh and shake my head. It's nothing, just a lot on my mind. His voice is quiet, then his eyes tell me he doesn't believe me. When I arrive home, I immediately look through my notes, not on subjects I have to study, but about the 4 people listed on the HeartEcho app. I know I shouldn't play into it. Clearly, it's an elaborate scam, or some weird attempt to steal my data. But seeing everyone's name on there, and how detailed the information is, I can't help myself. RP, though, is it really possible for them to do such terrible things? Only one way to find out. I cross off the unnamed person and try to focus on the others. I think it's Cal. Male, my protective childhood friend. Rylee, my shy project partner. And Tony, my closed-off roommate. The name that intrigues me the most is... Okay, I'm gonna go with Milo. Because, well, he is the most yandere of them. I choose Milo, how can I not? After all, I've known Milo the most out of any of them. My oldest friend. He's someone I knew I could always rely on, and the most of all, someone who will always protect me no matter what. I frown because, well, I want to have confidence in my friend. Something just doesn't feel right. Whether it be this semi-omniscient knowledge HeartEcho possesses, or knowing people I've choose to close to may want to kill me, kill others in my name. It doesn't feel good. I shut off my phone, but only causes more nauseating thoughts to run through my mind the longer I stare. I try to sleep again, fall asleep, hoping that this is all a dream. Mel, how could you? Tears streamed down my nut cheeks as I clenched my headset. It was my favorite color, and I always saved up for my allowance money to buy them. They were my prized possession. That was until Milo threw them into a pile of mud. It was an accident. Accident my butt. You did that on purpose. Was I being rational? Probably not. I couldn't stop my tears, and I couldn't bear to look at Milo after what seemed like the betrayal of a lifetime. We're not friends anymore. I managed to stutter a reply, which seemed to make Milo freeze in place. Before I could even think of anything else to say, he grabbed my wrist hard. The look in his eyes was serious, like he always observed me rather than naturally showing concern. It was emphatic, unfeeling, and not like Milo at all. That hurts! And let's go quickly. What I felt like I might have been listening, the look in his eyes. Oh, forgive me. I'll buy you a new headset later, okay? There was the boyish smile again, the friendly Milo I've always known. I wanted to forget the look in his eyes, and so I did. But was that the right choice? Beep, beep, beep. I groaned at my blaring alarm, searching for the sheets to find my phone. I hate 8 a.m. classes. Once I find it, I press stop to finally relieve my ears of the annoying sound. It takes me a while, sometimes. There's a list of notifications from last night. Do all professors commit with each other to assign homework at the same time or something?
Normally it's all in the same in class, and you have a spreadsheet of, okay, this is gonna be due. Then
I opened my phone only to be met with the HeartEcho app. Any sense of sleepiness I felt before is washed away, and I'm reminded of the fact that it wasn't just a dream. It wasn't just a dream I had. Welcome. Thanks for. Okay. Mile Green. Why would his name be at the top? Would he really kill for me? If he's the most unstable, what else would he be willing to do? There's a pit in my stomach that starts to grow with unease. Knock, knock, knock. Actually, are you right? Until he stands in my doorway, standing way too casually for someone who would also kill for me. I could only stare bewildered at the man, all the while he cocks his head in confusion. Hello? Right, yes, I'm okay. I fidget with my bedsheet, hoping the interaction ends sooner rather than later. Until he frowns. If there's something going on, let me know. Just some issues with my homework. Stupid anatomy.
did I choose anatomy?
I hope it's a good enough lie to cover up my anxieties. Though I think I do biology. Although I would have been struggling with that class event recently. Until his eyes light up and the subject mentioned, I could help you. Really? Why did I say that? Was I that desperate for a good grade? I'm buttling up with the potential psycho? I have a special interest in Nanny.
Yeah, I could probably understand why. Just like V, huh?
It gives me a thumbs up, and it contrasts his usual straight-laced expression. Actually, I think I just need to stay this afternoon. Let me know if you need any help. My roommate gives one more knock to the doorframe before leaving, closing my room off once again. The interaction reminds me of when I first moved in with him, his casual kindness despite his emphatic demeanor. I think of the HeartEcho again. Why am I letting it get to me like this? After my morning classes, I came to a collision. I could not go through this day without caffeine. After the whole HeartEcho thing, the dream I had last night, and my weird conversation with Antony at the Spring Coffee. I wouldn't prefer it. Well, I wouldn't prefer it. Milo's Cafe is the closest to campus, and also generally the cheapest option. Probably gives us a discount. Why didn't sleep any better today? Or were you gonna nap on the floor again? The image of Milo, happily dreamy without him, malice in his eyes, makes me shiver. I slept better. Could I not sound even more fake? I'm sure Milo can see my sweat, my lie obvious to anyone in the room. Milo only smiles, like he always does. Are you right? I'm glad you got at least some rest. Yeah, I'm okay. Probably will rest after class. Good. I don't think I could mop the floor with you on it. Rolling my eyes at his dumb joke, smile widens at finally being able to get a reaction out of me. Like, you clean up anyways. I know how you live.
We're just fully shade down.
You wound me, my dear. I know I shouldn't be so friendly, especially with the concern lingering in my head. But it's just so easy to talk to Milo, to trust him.
We've always been friends with us, even though he could kill for us. He's been our friend for how long? Since we were diapers?
Did you want anything? I'll give you a size up for free. What's the most expensive thing you have? He laughed at my response and comforting. I could feel my walls breaking at the familiar banter between us. But then I see his eyes watching me, observing. Maybe I'm hallucinating it. Maybe I'm just going crazy, but it creeps me out enough to reveal my suspicion. On second thought, maybe I should save my money. Milo shrugs off the comment, giving me a smirk. I'll make your favorite then, Lion. Milo leaves to make my drink, working smoothly along the counter. Nothing looks out of the ordinary, but if it feels wrong. Did you end up studying for history yet?
Study? Nah, I'm good with history. I just need to skim through it. Studying? What's there to study? It's just a second week. And plus I majored in history. And I'm saying the past tense because I actually did.
Figured you haven't been checking the schedule. He laughs, moving through bags of coffee beans and machines.
It's only when you are in grad school that you have to worry about it.
I'll send you my notes later, then. We already have an assignment due next class. Friend my nut life.
Oh, I could do it. I already finished all my assignments. I don't have to procrastinate. Well, procrastinate. Well, right.
Well, I hope this makes up for it, my dear. The nickname deepens. It deepens the pit of my stomach. He holds out my drink with a wink and a bag I didn't ask for, probably. Yeah, I definitely did ask for it. You have a good day, all right? Nodding. In reply, I saw my anxiety with a shaky smile. I was hoping to be an academic weapon this semester. But how can I focus on boring anatomy when I'm faced with HeartEcho whenever I check my phone. The app mocks me every time I turn on my phone, and doing it doesn't work. The delete button does not even show up.
Oh no, I can just picture it being like in Persona 5. You delete it and it shows up again.
In the background, the professor drones on and on. It doesn't even try to pay. I don't even try to pay attention. Instead, I munch mindlessly on the pastry Milo gave me, sipping my drink in between bites. I hate how he always knows how to make the perfect drink.
Ironically, when I went to school, every class actually said you cannot eat or drink in the classroom. The school, everyone did.
The need to doom scroll to distract myself is strong. I'll pull out my phone, open the forums to focus on other people's problems instead of my own. Tibber, does anyone know how to get rid of an annoying roommate? Unethical tips only.
Wait, is that,
Kill bro. Tyler, I know this is you. Talk to me for real instead of complaining. You use your own dishwasher you use our dishwasher as a laundry machine.
Okay, this is actually interesting.
Whammo. Are we due for a snowstorm? Heat wave? Anything to cancel classes?
I don't think heat waves cancel classes. It's because someone that lives in a place that's almost permanently on a heat wave.
Do I change my How do I change my username? Instead of carrying arts, join the cooking club today. Our meeting is during a free period, open to all. Free food? Free food? Free food? Everyone's asking for free food. Nothing particularly catches my attention except for the free food. I read all the new posts before I even realize. Classes haven't gone any more interesting. The more I try to focus, the more my mind ends up wandering to the stupid app on my phone and stupid Tony, stupid Milo, and my phone dings before I could stew any longer my own self-pity. This is right. So soon. Okay, bye. Hey, Wyan, did you want to meet up during our free period? We should get to know each other before we start working on the project. Plus, I heard the cooking club had free food. Stupid Rylee. The text pulls me back to sanity. Am I just being irrational? If this is just some prank from a hacker that got into my phone, they'll just end up ruining all my relationships for no reason. I should at least try to keep in contact with them, in case it does turn out to be fake. I turn to my anatomy professor, reminded of how Antony offered to help me study. It's not like I'm learning anything sitting in class.
Oh, because we're definitely just looking for our phone and not paying attention to the professor.
My phone buzzes again, another text from Rylee. I'm gonna go with Rylee. Spend time with Rylee. I need to be, at very least, friendly with Rylee if I want to get a good grade in class. I'll be in the park by the art building. We can meet in the park. He replies almost immediately. Yay! Rylee's message message and emojis are too cheery for me to respond to in kind. Being on my phone, thinking of what could possibly happen later makes me nauseous. I put my screen down and fail to focus on class. I think we've been failing the entire time of focusing. The professor's voice is an insult. The professor's voice is assault my senses when coupled with my own attempt to ignore my thoughts. Wasn't Professor sound like Mandark? Dexter's Lapidary. I should come and rewatch that. The two clashes together and create an overwhelming ring in my head. If you've seen the Polar Express, it's the nerdy kid's voice. I mean, the same voice actor. Class ends, though I truly wish it didn't. I make my way to the park where Rylee said he'd be. The weather is nice, cold breeze, and in the air eases the heat of the sun. I find myself appreciating the beauty of nature. The only reason I thought Dexter's Laboratory is because I keep weirdly getting kids next door videos. Hey, Rylee. I jump at the sound of the loud voice, only to see Rylee running after me. Oh, hi! He grabs my hand in a handshake, too rough to match pace. How are you? Sorry for asking to meet on such a short notice. I was on campus today and thought of you. Oh, I thought we were always on campus. Isn't dorms on campus? Or technically we're in an apartment. My body stiffens automatically. His energy is just too much for me to adjust to after exhausting week I've had. Thankfully, Rylee must catch on to my awkwardness and tones down his energy. Oh, sorry. I thought of our assignment. We could work on a drawing with each other, and I thought it would be important for us to get to know each other. My nervousness is obvious, but I force myself to cool down. Regardless of what the app virus says, Rylee is an important part of my grade this semester. Yeah, I don't really know much about you other than you have sparkles. In his hair? In your hair? Rylee laughs at my comment. They're just hair accessories. Come on. I have my supplies set up on a bench over here. He leads me towards his setup. Two plain sketch papers and on clipboards and a variety of different pencils and pastels. I figured we could sketch together. How else are we supposed to grow close? Raleigh's words are intent and say the least. No, I'm reading too much into it. Well, what were you thinking of sketching? I merely draw people and figures. I participate in object still, an environment. I practice in object stills, environments. How about you? Nothing. Okay, I'm gonna say objects because I used to sew. Objects. I like sketching objects the most. Despite my nervousness, taking about my art makes me calm. I'm still silly. It may sound silly or boring, but I find no sort of pride in replicating a still object the best way I can. Plus, I could compare it in real time. I glance up from my rambling, only to see Rylee staring at me with fascination and smile. Though I think it's impossible for him to do so, I flinch in preparation for an insult. That's so cool. Really? I don't think it's that interesting. Now. I have to see your process. Okay, I just get a stick figures, and that's my object. He looks around the park with wonder, like he's scanning for something to draw. 15 minutes, then we'll show each other, deal? His energy is overpowering. By nod and pie. Rylee drives into the sketchbook. I do the same. I pause for a brief moment, wondering what to draw. Pencil case. I decide to draw the pencil case besides me. Before I know, 15 minutes pass by like it was nothing. Ready to see? Yeah. He turns his clipboard around, showing me a simple drawing of a tree. He's colored it using soft pastels and giving a sort of info look to the picture. Wow, that's nice. I admire the softness of the pencil lines, shy yet bold at the same time. Let me see yours. I hesitate for a second, but I show him my drawing, turning my paper around. Rylee lets out a laugh. You like it? It's a Picasso, right? Is something wrong? Oh no, sorry if I made you think I was laughing at you. I think it's super clever to do a still life of one of our supplies. It looks great. Aw, thanks. Rylee continues to look at our drawings, and I could tell he wants to say something more. Before he can open his mouth, though, his phone rings. Hello, Dad? His posture changes almost immediately, tone shifting to a more formal, polite one. I see. I'll be there. Thank you. Riley puts his phone down, and within an instant, he's back to his usual eccentric self. I'll be hanging out. It was nice meeting with you, Wyan. Let's do this again. He packs his supplies, taking the 2 drawings of him. They wave goodbye as he walks off. My stomach grumbles. I probably should head home myself. On my walk home, I scroll for my phone. The various short-form videos, a notification catches my attention. A notification from HeartEcho. Okay, Anthony Hayes. Threat level reduced. Riley Secure. Threat level reduced. Riley Green. Threat level increased.
And we only talked to him like once?
What? Surely this has to be a joke. As soon as I hang out with Rylee, once I start to feel better about this whole echo thing, it pops up to taunt me yet again. Milo's threat level remains the highest. And though on the bright side, if there is one, the mystery person shows no sign of changing.
Like he doesn't have a route yet.
I close HeartEcho, trying to shift my mind away from the app and tell myself nothing. It means nothing. That's just how some viruses. It's just some virus that I have to deal with until I can afford to get a new phone or something. In my search for a distraction, a new form catches my eye. A new post from Brutal Honesty account is at the top. Birdwatching today saw a pretty one flocking with the wrong kind. Might need to clip some wings soon. Okay, of course.
Damn, Milo! Damn you!
Ring it makes me feel uneasy. Thinking of what it could possibly mean makes me sick. After what feels like forever, I finally make it to my dorm. Anthony sits in our couch casually, legs folded as he reads a thick book. At the sound of my entrance, he looks up, eyebrows raising as a sign of acknowledgement. There's still a splotch of something probably unmentionable on the cuff of his pants, blood. I know it's going to get stained in our carpet.
We're definitely not going to get our deposit back.
You should change. And there are rays of his brows. I point to the floor, and he finally noticed the issue. You get stains on the carpet. I paid for that. I paid for that, you know. We're not gonna get our deposit back. He lets out a small chuckle, ignoring the fact that if I didn't spend any money on decor, we'll be living in a concrete box. My annoyance at this point overcomes my worry of any danger. Caring more about a second-hand rug than a manic, who possibly kills people.
Well, he's probably in a room.
Fine, I'll change. He gets up and leaves the room, setting his book out on the couch, face down. Going over to get a closer look at the cover. Why the heck is he reading an anatomy textbook? For pleasure? Probably was going to help us. Then it hits me. It's my anatomy textbook. He offered to help me study earlier. I didn't realize it wasn't on a one-time offer. Wasn't a one-time offer. I also didn't realize my old exhaustion till now is. And met with a couch I barely gotten to use since the start of the semester. I allowed myself the privilege of sitting down. Antonia's re-entrance is so silent that I almost jumped down my skin. We don't talk, which is normal for us. But of course, my newfound paranoia, it feels different. Even if it's true, it did say his threat level decreased. Does that mean he's okay? Or is it more like his lesser three evils? You're staring. Just tired. Long day, you know. He only lets out a small hum in reply. My phone buzzes and I check only to see a text from Milo. Saw you spending time with Rylee today. You guys seem close. Yeah, you're bird watching, huh? Why don't we hang out tomorrow? It's been a while. Miles' casual supposed invitation makes me shut off my phone immediately, knowing I just left him on the read. Did you have a good day? I think you said it long. Long day. Your text helps at least. Yeah, light reading. Come here. Maybe we can learn something too. Antonia's usual unsupposed invitation for company makes me hesitate. Just this morning, I was worried he was capable of murder, but after that notification, I feared that I should be focusing my attention on Milo. Well, he's been already a little bit more obsessive as get-go. My trail of thought fears me, just as Milo does. What could have caused the level to change? Didn't really change, though. He's already way high. Either way, I can't but worry about it. And I mean, he probably was already at max level. He's just going up and up until the bar just explodes. I push myself next to Anthony, thinking that maybe some acquired reading will distract me from everything. I don't know how you don't like this stuff. I tell myself to pay attention, but between the diagrams of muscular systems, long bodies of text, and the smoothing monotone comfort of Antoni's voice, it's not long before I start drifting off. I didn't even realize I was resting my head on Tony's shoulder. I don't have any dreams worth remembering. One vague feelings of flashes of memory. Flashes of being lifted up and carried through the unimaginable distance. Of the smell of gasoline and pollen. Of a pair of lips softly kissing my head. It's sunlight that serves my alarm. The beams aiming straight into my eyes. It's impossible to stay awake, and I realize that I'm in my bed. I don't remember falling asleep here. Last I remembered, I was on the couch, reading with... Frick! I should not have sat that close to Anthony, let alone sleep right next to the guy. My panic causes me to notice a note left on my desk, followed with my name on the front. Juan, you fell asleep on the couch. I moved you to your bed. Should probably brush your teeth. The note, a gesture too kind for someone I consider a possible threat. I folded it back and placed it on my desk, unsure of what to make of it. My phone buzzes, but when I go to check out, I'll meet with Milo's message from last night. A new one pops just a few hours after the previous one. Okay. I'm free today, are you? And their notification appears, though not from Milo this time. Rylee's contact calling my attention moves my focus. I hit accept before I could process anything else. Rylee's voice blares from my phone. Oh, hi, Ryan. I didn't think you would answer. I think about how I'm just going through the motions. I don't necessarily mean to take the call either, but it was too late now. Did you want to hang out today? I had a great time yesterday. Oh, there is again the same hesitation that allowed me to relax around the time, but goes Milo. It causes me to wonder what's real and what's a fragment of my own interest in analyzing. Our classroom should be empty. We might as well start working on our project while the course loads are still light. He's right, but for some reason, I feel like there's a torrid motives in his kindness. Right. And I'd like to get to know you more. I appreciate your company. You seem nice. I hear a smile in his voice, and I frown at his honesty. The heart he wears on his sleeve is starting in comparison to the layers I started to notice in my smile. Yeah, I'll meet you there. Great. Hangs up, and I wonder why I even agreed to go. Do I like torture myself, or am I looking for any distraction at this point? In any case, I gather my things and prepare to leave and brush my teeth per Anthony's reminder. Miles' offer to hang out lingers in the back of my mind, the entire journey to the campus. Disappointment all around. You surely hate to see when you have such high expectations. Oh, over here. I catch sight of my project partner in the back of our classroom. He's waving me down silently, patting the seat next to him with a smile. You ready? I'm just too tired to fully immerse myself in this conversation. Truthfully, I came here just to get out of the house, but I had a natural desire to spend time with Rylee. Part of me feels bad that I'm currently ignoring him and only answering his questions with one-word answer and small hums. I'm too focused on trying to distract myself from my thoughts and the birds flying outside the window. My phone buzzes with notifications I don't answer in fear of being HeartEcho or Milo asking what's wrong and why are you ignoring me. Other students in their conversations flickering in and out of my hearing. I thought it was supposed to be a bear. No one here. I feel a pair of eyes on me, though maybe that's a part of my imagination too. Before I can ponder my surroundings anymore, Rylee suddenly gets up. I completely forgot about my assignment for English. A groan of frustration drags me from my musing. Is it that late? Is it late? It was due yesterday. I can't but smile at Rylee's behavior, finding it brief belief from my inner monologue. Yet you wanted to have free time with me, and you had English assignment. They just didn't do. Sorry to cut this short. When I'll walk you out. Entering the hallway, I see a person approaching that creates a pit in my stomach, while he still strolls beside me, unaware of my inner conflict. Hey there. Oh, Mile Green, I'm in your... Yes, sorry. I'm here to steal wine from you. Why don't you just finish that assignment? Riley doesn't even seem to notice the sarcasm in his quip, or how he knows everything. Nor the fact that Milo knows about his late assignment. Instead, Rylee only smiles, starstruck at being recognized. Well, thanks. I'll see you both soon. I can't believe I'm actually upset at Rylee leaving. Milo reaches for me, and I flinch. His grip catches my hand mid-wave to Rylee, who thankfully has already rushed off. Feels like forever since I've seen you, my dear. I think it was just yesterday. It does, doesn't? It's awkward It's awkward as we begin walking. An unfair silence settles between us, and I wonder why Milo isn't making conversation like he normally does. I look up and I see his eyes wandering around, detached from the world around him. He's normally so cheerful, and it's unusual to see him this way, and even though even though all the fears and silence, even through all the fear and silence, I can't help but worry. After all, it's Milo. I can trust him. Are you okay? His eyes shine with certain suffocation to them, drifting to me with a smirk disguised as a casual grin. Knowing Milo as long as I have, I can tell the difference between his real smile and anything different. I think he's playing something. Of course, why won't I be? You're just different, I guess. Well, you're the one flaking on me these days. What? No, I haven't. What have assignments? I totally have. HeartEcho aside, I've been caught up with stress of the semester, starting to even think about anything other than studying. Part of me feels bad until I look at him once again. His stare is half-lidded and cold. It breaks me out of my thoughts instantly. Milo? Yes, dear. He closes his eyes to smile almost as if he's brushing away my surprise. Stop calling me that. It's totally cheesy. I try to play off my feelings with a lame joke, despite the fact that we both know I was only okay. I was okay with the nickname before. No would. Milo doesn't say anything after. For the rest of the walk back to my apartment, near of us do. Day of the night, we end the night off with uncomfortable silence, an unfamiliar distance, and the ever-growing doubt and character of the Milo I thought I knew. It's dark out, yet Anthony isn't here. Normally it would be so big of a deal, but all the items in the common space were supposedly his are gone. It's empty. Why? The note he left for me this morning is ripped up and thrown in the trash for some reason. The sudden change turns my focus on the strange post I've been seeing recently. My mind shifts to brutal honesty account. Yeah, Milo will probably... I try to move around the space as I normally would, keep my routine regular, in order to keep myself sane. I'm getting ready for bed when I see a text from Milo on my home screen. Can't wait to see you again tomorrow. I don't reply. My dream is filled with nonsensical images and sounds. The screaming man flashing lights and metals clashing in the static screen. I can't make it out much other than the conversation that feels both all too real and too absurd to have happen all at once. Hey dear, you're right. Hey darling, are you right? They're so mean to me, and it hurts.
I mean, Milo is brutal honesty. I know he did something.
You don't need to worry about them anymore. I'll take care of it. Promise? Anything for you. Promise. Door slams shut. I shoot up and hearing a loud noise from my dream just outside my door. The sound of metal slowly dragging across the floor outside causes my heart to pound vitally. It takes all I have to try to keep my breath steady. What the frick is happening? Am I being kidnapped? Does it have to do with HeartEcho? What the frick is happening? Distant hums become louder and louder, and heavy footsteps go nearer. Humming that I know very, very well. Milo? My bedroom door slams open, I yelp. I make eye contact with my old friend. Those familiar, comforting eyes are now twisted in something strange. They're empty, a dark abyss that's in the once bright glow I knew before. And his smile is strained, forced into a mockery of his usual comforting grin. He keeps himself together, obvious, but for what? Rise and shine, my dear. He slams his hand on my wall to defies his entrance. It makes the hair on my neck stand up. I shiver as he walks ever closer. Well, what's going on? We're having a staycation, just you and me. I think of Aunt Tilly, because surely he won't let something like this happen. I think he went the Milo probably I'll repeat him. He always cautious about safety, about danger. Is Antoine here? At the mention of another man's name, Milo flinches. Antoine has been relocated permanently. 6 foot under permanently or still alive permanently? What? Relocated? You know that mysterious job he always yapping about? Let's get ready for the day now, shall we? How does Milo know Anthony? I thought we met already. Let alone about his particular activities. I reached for my phone almost instinctively, wanting to check HeartEcho. However, it's gone. I always change it. I changed it on my desk before. I always charge it on my desk before bed. Yeah, it's gone. I'm looking for your phone. Yeah? Figured. He walks away into the kitchen without a glance behind me. Better get ready. We have a whole day planned for us. What's going on? Cautiously, I make my way to the bathroom. It's dark as I walk through the common room. All the curtains shut tight. It gets worse when I chance a look at the front door. Cross and the ominous X are heavy chains barring anyone from getting in. We're trapped with him. I think that's a good end, or maybe likely to keep me in. Thanks for playing the demo. Okay, yeah, the Kickstarter. I'm gonna put a link to the Kickstarter in the pinned comments. In a wish list. Or not pin, but like both the description. I just thought this is so cute. I think I'm gonna end it here for today. I'm gonna actually go back and do Anthony's and Rylee's routes separate. Maybe I could go even faster. So if you like my content, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Comment down below and liking the video. I'll see you guys next time.